Poso, Anahkwet Menikanaehkem, Wapasha Nitotam, Kashitna Nitski Wakian, Waiwanan Mawani Wayakeo Saitua, Nat New Nichianuk, Nice, Wapanuki Mishik Skinik, Mishik Opeto, Waiwanan Mawani Wayak. In it. So what I just basically said was my traditional greeting about my name, Anahkwet. My clan is a Martin clan, and where I live here in Kashina, and introduced my three children, Wapanuki, Skinik, my two daughters, and my son, Opeto.
Hi, I'm Dan Robinson with the Great Lakes Spirituality Project. The project is working to explore spirituality of the Great Lakes by sharing stories, conversations, and reflections, seeking to add another spiritual voice to protecting the Great Lakes Basin and serving as a connecting point for spiritual and religious communities and individuals who are caring for the lakes and the waters that feed them. I'm very honored today to be talking with Anahkwet, who's also known as Guy Ryder, and he is a member of the Menominee Nation and executive director of Menikanaehkem, the Community Re-builders group on the Menominee Reservation. And I'm so honored that you are here today, Anahkwet. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you making the time to talk. And I thought maybe you could start off maybe by telling us a little bit about Menikanaehkem and the work that you and the group are doing.
Yeah. So you know what we're doing is we actually have a 80-acre farm located here on the Menominee Indian Reservation. One of the things that we recognized relatively early in our organizing was we wanted to be able to eat healthier natural food. We're natural people. We wanted to eat more natural food. They say like we are in a food desert, but you know, like for us too, that we recognize like through the Western model, we're in a food desert. The thing about us and where we are, you know, is we have 234,000 acres that are heavily forested. There's, you know, probably 90% of those 234,000 acres are forested lands, and there's a lot of food that the forest already naturally grows, and you know, you don't have to weed it, or you don't have to pick anything, you know. I mean, you have to pick things, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to prepare it or anything. It's all done for you, so you just go out and get it. So we do we also want to, you know, do a lot of that, you know, gathering as well. You know, and our organization also is looking to getting some buffalo. We want a different alternative to beef and to that kind of a thing. We also have like 4 initiatives, well, 5 in total, food sovereignties, which I was kind of describing a little bit, but the other 4 are we have a youth organization, we have a cultural and language initiative. We also work on energy sovereignty, which we just had, I think it was 32 solar panels installed, a nice little grid system on our farm. So everything is running off of those panels right now. And we also have a environmental justice initiative that we've been battling and fighting back against this mine potential project that they're trying to put in on the Menominee River, called the Back 40 Mine. And the Menominee River is very important to us as a people. It's where our oral history states that we came from as Menominee people. So we're mostly all tribal members, and we're just local people, you know, trying to figure out solutions to some of our what you would call social ills or problems.
Sure. So I'm curious about the name of your group, Menikanaehkem, and the phrase community rebuilders. Could you say a little bit more about why that's the name of the group?
Um, so we've been officially like a nonprofit for about 3 years. When we were searching for a name, actually we were calling ourselves at first. We were calling ourselves community builders, and that's kind of the approach we took. But one of our elders had after hearing our name, it said, "Well, you shouldn't call yourselves community builders because we've already have a community." And made a lot of sense to all of us, and so we started to call ourselves community rebuilders. And it's a really we so the word Menikanaehkem is roughly translates to like they are building something like really healthy and strong and with like well-being in mind. So it's a really complex word. There's no real literal translation to it, but that's basically what it means is like we are actually doing it. They're getting in there and doing something. So, and that was name made a lot more sense to us. And I guess the corrupt version is Menominee Re-builders, but it's got much more meaning in our language.